For the first time in Ghana's history, neurosurgeons have successfully conducted an awake brain surgery to remove a tumor from a patient. My colleague Portia Gabo tells the story of how Sergeant Sylvester Boache of the Ghana Police Service played the mouth organ, sang the national anthem, and identified objects in the 8-hour complex surgery, the first in West Africa.
For 2 years, a 39-year-old Sergeant, Sylvester Boache, had challenges with personality, recall and memory, and difficulty in communication.
They realized that he started having challenges with hallucinations, always having bad dreams. He sees things in a different way. So instead of seeing you as a human being, he might be seeing you as a different object. He was taken to the hospital in Kumasi. They examined him and then he was referred for further treatment. People thought it was a psychiatric issue, so he was sent to the psychiatric hospitals where prescriptions were given for psychiatric medication.
But a turning point came when he was referred to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital this year.
When we saw him, the necessary test was done. We detected that he had a brain tumor. The tumor is located in the area that helps us to be able to visual things and position ourselves and be able to have good memory, good thinking, regulate the hallucinations and the dreams, and also helps us in our emotions. We realized that operating on him, we would then have to work on him awake. Because if we attempt operating on him asleep completely, we might be removing the tumor, but he will come out with a deficit.
Awake brain surgery is a kind of surgery in which patients are alert and engaged during parts of the procedure to avoid brain damage. 1 week before the surgery, Sergeant Sylvester Boache is taken through a rehearsal.
You will see this thing here. We will have so many people. You see all these things.
It's Thursday, May 25, the day of the surgery. Anesthetists prepare him for the surgery. A neurosurgical clamp is brought in to hold his head still, while an image guidance system is used to find the exact location of the tumor. Professor Samuel Kaba holds the pointer over the 39-year-old sergeant's head, and in the computer monitor screen, the interior of his brain is displayed. His scalp is anesthetized so he does not feel pain. A cut is now made through his scalp, which is clipped to expose the skull. A piece of the skull is then cut in order to see the brain. Once the brain is exposed, the most critical aspect of the surgery has to begin. Sergeant Sylvester Boache is gradually woken up for a procedure called brain mapping. In this process, different parts of his brain are stimulated as the neurosurgeon applies small electrical currents to the tissue around the tumor. Sergeant Sylvester has a role to play as he answers questions, identifies objects shown to him by the clinical psychologist and neurophysiologist who monitor his reaction. This allows the surgeons to remove as much of his tumor as possible while preserving critical brain functions.
Are we on the tumor?
Yes, cow.
Cow.
We are on the tumor. Here?
Cow.
Is he recognizing?
Yes.
Can he recognize?
He's not recognizing now.
Is he recognizing?
No.
Show it to him again.
He's recognizing.
Now.
Give him the mouth organ, let's see.
What is it?
Sorry.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
No, it helps me to press. So now if you have some, give me the distance. Is he the one playing?
Yes, he's the one playing.
Clement.
Yes, sir.
Any activities here?
Yes, I'm getting a lot of activities.
A lot of activities. What of here?
It's slightly reduced.
What of here?
Yes,
Huge activities. What of where I am?
Throughout the process, he remains loyal to his country and the Ghana Police Service.
Make our nation build in more. I want the truth be yeah, want the truth be able. Yeah, to be a police. This is the way I want it to be.
So don't worry, everything is fine, okay? We'll be able to take all the tumor, we'll do some little tests, and you'll be fine, okay?
For 39-year-old police officer Boache, this surgery comes as a huge relief to him after years of being misdiagnosed as having a psychiatric problem. He cannot wait to tell the story of the day the policeman supervised or even policed his own surgery.
We as anesthetists, our main aim is to make sure that this operation goes on successfully, and above all to make sure that the patient at the end of the surgery does not lose some very vital functions.
There were certain activities that I took the patients through, and that stimulates the area so that when the surgeon is working, he will know which areas are working and which areas not to touch.
The historic feat chalked in Ghana was made possible thanks to equipment government purchased for the surgery of the conjoined twins.
We are very happy because these are surgeries that are done in the developed world, and we are doing them right here in Ghana. This is possible because of the equipment we had to do the conjoined twin surgery. Now we've used it to save a lot of people, including this policeman who will go back to service.
For the first time, we have patient awake doing a brain surgery on him because we wanted to be able to monitor whether he will suffer from any paralysis, any speech disorder, or any mental behavioral problem. We are very happy to have broken the grounds to do this procedure.
Unfortunately, Kolebu doesn't have these tools, and Kolebu is the main center of neurosurgical training in Ghana. Not even Ghana alone, we have people coming from the West African sub-region. So having a center like Ridge with all these gadgets gives an opportunity for trainees to come and have a feel of it, because this is the standard everywhere.
After 8 hours, surgery is complete and Sergeant Sylvester Boache's skull is reattached and the skin stitched up. This feat chalked by the medical team, the first in West Africa, means one thing: with adequate investment in the healthcare sector, it is possible for complex surgeries to be conducted right here in Ghana. Portia Gabo, TV3 News, Accra.